Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Grab a cold one, crank up the volume, and join the show. Welcome to NBNR Live. And here we go.
It's no block, no rock. Go big red. Indeed. No block, no rock. Episode 237 coming at you from the NBNR studio in Omaha, Nebraska. Speaking of Nebraska, Nebraska Brewing Company, pickle fight, pickle guy. It's 109,000 degrees outside.
Especially for a redhead.
Oh my God. I'm out walking.
Hey.
You know,
We're on the right side. We're the brotherhood.
give me some love.
This is the first time.
Only we can call ourselves gingers.
Damn right. you know, John, a lot of people like to, for some reason, don't ask me why, because it used to be an insult to be called a ginger, but like more and more people claim themselves to be ginger. Like my brother claims it, and I'm like, dude, no, stop. No, I have auburn hair. Auburn hair is not the same.
No.
We're rare breeds.
We're literally a genetic defect. I mean, that's what we are.
I'm proud of it, man.
Most defects, they just throw you away, but here we are. Two miracles.
Something that's not defective. Pickle Fight by Nebraska Brewing Company. Mike, what are you drinking?
I am drinking the Squeeze the Day. Gentlemen, it's finally here. The lemon fresh beer. It is fantastic. And another sponsor, Draft Top. We like to drink with our tops off here.
Yes,
at the
we
brewery or here on the podcast.
Oh, is that what that thing is? I was
Yeah.
wondering if you looked like you were putting your cell phone on top. It's like, that's kind of dangerous, man.
No.
No, he pulls the whole top off.
There it
So drink
is.
with our top off.
I mean, that's cool. But
Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
pretty cool, right?
You can always,
it's cool. It's cool.
you can always have a beer on draft. So
When Mike says he likes to drink with his top off, there's two interpretations of that. One of them he's legally prohibited from doing. Mike cannot have his shirt off in public anymore. There's a long legal thing.
It was a whole thing.
Yeah, it was horrible. But he's still sitting here with us. Holy cow! Yeah, you do drink them faster that
Jeez.
way, don't you?
yes,
Kyler, you got to
absolutely.
give him another one. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Connor.
I am drinking the Pilsner.
Pilsy.
Shocker, right? Shocker.
Every
But I
week.
did for the last 3 weeks. I told you guys that I would bring Squeeze a Day and I would bring more pickle.
You
Fight.
delivered,
And today I delivered.
and
So
they weren't defective.
They weren't defective. Good. Apparently that one's really good.
Yes.
Go
down
so
quick.
we did get the fridge stock back up, and there's a lot of new beers in there. Kyle Byers,
Let's go.
what are you drinking?
All right. Started off with the EOS, like I always do.
Mhm.
And then I had to pick up the Squeeze today because, like Connor mentioned, we haven't had it for the last 3 weeks ever since they started getting reproduced for the year.
Crack that open.
Oh, God,
It's like that.
beautiful.
And the
Lord.
Nebraska Brewing Company cheers of the week goes to the release of Happy Gilmore 2.
Oh, I like
Sure.
that.
So we'll talk a little bit about that.
Why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's introduce Mr. John Bishop,
I think you just did.
yeah. Well, I have some other things to say about you here.
Oh, I'm sure.
The co-host of Unsportsmanlike Conduct on 1620 The Zone. And unfortunately, the voice of Creighton Blue Jay basketball.
Let's go.
Go Jays.
Welcome in.
Sure. That's the one time we'll ever allow that phrase to be said in this freaking studio. So, take advantage of it.
I'll do my best, but
What do
yes.
you
Good to be
got?
here, guys? I got the Nebraska Pills. I haven't had one of these in a while. Nebraska Brewing Company. They've been a good supporter of ours as well. One of the OG One Beer Fridays, and so nothing like a nice ice cold pills after a long hot friggin' day,
Freaking A.
Yeah.
and after day one of training camp.
Oh,
And it's training camp,
Training camp.
not fall camp.
I was going to say,
camp.
as opposed to what? Because
as opposed to fall camp.
it can't be
It
fall
ain't
camp.
fall. It don't feel like fall out
No, it
there.
doesn't.
Yeah.
It's training camp.
It's hell camp is what it is.
Yes.
Hey, do I get to do it this week?
You do it.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Thank you. Jeez. I feel special.
Oh,
Again, ginger, now this.
Yes.
World class.
in every glass.
All right. Training camp
training
has started. You guys, you got all these videos coming out. You've got the Matt Rule presser. You got these players going up there and talking.
The grass.
The new Bermuda grass. The punter that can punt with
both feet.
With his third leg. You guys, you see all these videos come out. Is there an extra jolt in your step? Is there an extra little pep in your step now? And I don't just mean anticipation for the season. I mean even expectations for the team too. Like, are you bumping up a win on your prediction?
That doesn't hit me until like we're tailgating in Lincoln, or I'm waking up in the morning, like if it's an away game, kind of like this year. Waking up, like getting the TV started, getting game day on, like that's when the pep and the step starts to hit.
Gotcha.
Now it's kind of like, okay, what do we need to sift through in the jungle of just
Kool-Aid,
wild information and Kool-Aid? Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and so this whole thing, like I get it's exciting to talk about, a punter who can punt with both feet, or Jared, as you said, with his third leg.
And he can run it and throw it too.
Yeah. But so like for me, because I've been traumatized by Nebraska special teams, being told that this guy can punt with both feet tells me there's two ways to screw this up.
Yeah.
That's what concerns me is that, we now have two different avenues. And, I am excited to see what there is, but like, there's, like Kyle said, until we're through the first half of game one, there's going to be almost no emotion. I just need to see it. Like, I think that's kind of it.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, usually it's when that first ball goes in the air. It's like, all right, game on. First guy gets hit. I understand the trepidation with punting with both feet, but how about the fact that Matt Rule twice in that same answer was all about, and he can throw it too.
I know.
It's like he's already putting the bug out there. Yes. And someone on our show today said something like, "Oh, great, so we're gonna fake punt up 11 instead of onside kick up 11."
Yeah, exactly.
Jeez. It's like, okay, but I'm excited. I'm excited for special teams this year. I mean, you got to remember, I'm the oldest guy in the room here. I remember when special teams around here was really good.
Yeah,
and it always was really good. Always was really good. From the punting to the punt return to the punt coverage, to the kickoff, all of it was great. And it has been so bad the last few years. Embarrassingly bad.
Yes.
I mean, last year, what was it? Was it 8 or 9 kicks total that were blocked last year with PATs, field goals, punt? Mm-hmm. I mean, that's got to be some kind of a record.
It's so bad.
And they're going to see, at least in my opinion, I think they're going to see such a dramatic turnaround. And I'm not even saying they're going to be like a top 30 special teams, but just seeing it be competent is going to feel like they're on Mars or something.
Once it's not a liability, then we're like, whoa, hell, we're back. Like this is going to work out
because
great.
You think about all those block kicks. In some of those cases, a lot of those block kicks are just like turnovers.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
and Nebraska's notoriously been bad at turnover margin anyway. So if you can just eradicate some of those mistakes, I mean, the extra possessions that you give the offense, the better field position for your defense, it's going to be a huge game changer, I think.
That stuff has just always compounded itself. It always feels like, okay, defense gets a big stop, offense goes out there, 3 and out, block a punt. Now your defense is back out there. It just always compounds itself.
Not complimentary whatsoever.
No.
So when you talk about, a competent special teams is what we're looking for, and you say maybe not a top 30.
Right.
Where is top 60 where you would draw the line for what you would consider competent?
I think so. I mean, that's 60th is a little bit better than halfway in Division One. But if you look at, the Power 4 schools, I think, top 60 would be competent. Hell, at this point, top 80 would probably be competent. But I think they're shooting for more than that. Eckler doesn't settle for those types of things. And it's not just his coaching, but just the attitude that he brings and the energy he's going to bring to that team, I think is going to manifest itself in ways other than just special teams. I mean, Eckler is one of the most intense coaches I've ever watched. And I think it's good. You got to have those types of guys on your staff. You don't want 9 guys like that on your staff.
It's a little much.
But to have one, and especially one who has built a good reputation. I mean, what he did at Tennessee was really good. you have something like that in your arsenal, I think you're in great shape.
I mean, you look at the special teams rankings. We're ranked 130th out of 128th. And it's like, how's that even? It's not even a real number.
Yeah.
And I guess you could just chalk it up to previous coaches just didn't emphasize it enough. And I guess Tom Osborne emphasized it just as much, if not more so. Just last week, a name that came up was Randy Stella. It's like the only reason why he was on the roster to begin with was so he could block kicks.
Yeah.
Or we had Brandon Rigoni. The only reason why he was on the roster was so he could just run down the field with his head down.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I'm curious to see, you look at kicker. I feel okay about John Hole.
I do too.
I just don't know if he's the kicker though. They brought in another kicker.
Yeah.
So I don't know who the kicker is, and I think that is like a position battle that nobody's talking about.
Right. I mean, people are writing off Alvano pretty much. And it's like, well, should we? When a Hole got actual snaps down, like those kicks went in
Most of the time.
Good Ohio State game.
I think a lot of that, though, I mean, the snaps, it gets in your head,
100%.
right?
Sure.
Because you're sitting back there and you're almost, when you're a kicker, you're just thinking about you. But then when the other parts of the mechanism are broken, it starts to mess with your mind, because then you're like, okay, what do I do if this happens? What if I do if the hold's this way? What if I do if he fumbles it? Am I going to have to, sprint? And then all of a sudden, you're not supposed to think as a kicker,
right?
You're supposed to just zero in. It's like overanalyzing your golf swing. And so when all those other pieces of the mechanism fell apart, I think that hurt him. So if they can straighten that out this year, I would love to see when everything is stable, how these guys perform. And I think they'll be better.
Yeah.
So who's the kicker? Because you say that, if it's an even playing field, right?
Yeah.
And the snap and hold is perfect.
Right.
Does Albano even have it? Does he have a chance to redeem himself? I doubt it, but
I think there's a chance. I think there's always a chance. And got to remember, you got new eyes on this now.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So all the stuff that happened in the past, sure, these guys can look at film, they can, analyze what they've done, they can look at the numbers, but it's a new set of eyes in the room. And so for those guys, especially for Tristan Alvano, I think that's going to be, it's like a big reset button has been hit. And now it's just up to you to go out and execute. And again, as long as everything else is perfect, go out, do your best and see where the chips fall.
Yeah. Fresh start, new coach. You feel reinvigorated,
Hungry was a word that got thrown around a lot today.
Hungry.
Who
said hungry?
I think Emmett said it. I think Matt Rule got up there and said, we got a lot of young guys. I think he was talking about the secondary. It's like, there's a lot of young guys in there. They're real hungry. So hungry was a popular word today.
But a more popular word is player-led, guys. Player-led.
That's 2 words.
How many?
That's a term, yeah.
Words. But how many times have we heard this player-led thing?
Well,
and how much should Husker fans buy into it? This player-led stuff. They're not staying in the dorms now. Coaches are kicked out.
Yeah.
Player-led.
you wake up on your own. Hey, Dylan.
Hey, kids, if my kids can do it, these kids can do it, right?
Yeah.
These are well-tuned athletes. They're supposed to be
And they're
ready to
getting
get
paid a lot more money.
Yes, they are. They're getting paid a lot more. The player-led thing's interesting because, yeah, we have heard it before. But I get the feeling that it feels different this time because it's been repeated over and over. Matt Rule, yeah, he likes to preach. He likes to go on and on. But I don't see him as being a BSer, right? If he truly feels, and listen, he's been quoting his own stuff since the beginning of the offseason, year three. You don't hear many guys quote their own press notes, but he does. And I think part of that confidence comes from the fact that now the guys have taken ownership and the guys now start to believe that this is our thing. Mm-hmm. And that was a common theme, at least as I was listening to him last week at Big Ten Media Days. That was the common theme was all the facilities are taken care of. The players now are taking ownership. It's now on us to go out and do it. There's no more excuses. We can't say don't have enough NIL. We can't say we don't have the right grass on our practice field. We can't say we don't have the right dudes.
Yeah.
Now they have taken it on themselves. And I think part of that confidence is coming from that these players have now decided, yeah, this is our show now. And you've got a quarterback now who's got a whole nother year in the system. And I think you mix all of those things together as much as you can in the transfer portal era. Because, with the portal, you bring in all these new dudes. You don't know how they're going to mesh.
Mm-hmm.
But if they do, they start to take ownership, and then it just carries throughout the team. So, I mean, yeah, it's easy this time of year. It's happy talk. And we always get mesmerized during happy talk season. But I don't know. This sounds different to me this time.
So
I'm believing a little more.
It does sound like, it seems like I guess we say that every year or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, it feels different. I actually, but go on. I'm sorry.
Well, no. So I have a question. Like, again, you already mentioned Dylan Raiola as one of these leaders of this team. And I think on the offense, it's to me very evident that Emmett Johnson and Dylan Raiola are those guys. And it's a question that we've asked repeatedly is, who is going to be that guy on the defense? Is there anybody stepping up that is a clear leader like Dylan Raiola and Emmett Johnson have been on this offense?
I wish I knew. That's a great question. It'd be, and I guess Butler's probably going to talk later this week. That'd be a great question for him.
Well, and of course, if you want to go for the low-hanging fruit, Deshaun Singleton went to Big Ten Media Days for whatever that's worth.
Right.
He's been in that program for 9 years.
Yeah.
Long time.
Close enough, yeah.
Jeez, seems like. But yeah, like you said, we're in year 3, and everybody said year three. And whenever you get a new coach, it's always got to build the culture up. Got to get the right guys in. Got to weed out the bad eggs so we can get our good eggs in. And you are right. I hate to like be all sunshiny, but it does feel different. Like I hear him say it, and I'm like, Rule does like to talk. And there are some times when he says something, and I'm like, okay, why'd you say that? That was dumb. Because then it's going to be used against you.
We're going to absolutely murder you.
I actually liked that. I liked that. But it didn't really happen in the context of which he said it. But I'm actually buying in for this. The player-led shit.
You like the player-led stuff.
Well,
I will say I have to believe it a little bit more because there was the off-season stuff that Dylan and Emmett were doing, and they just have been out in front of like the fans and in social media like a lot more than we've seen in the past.
Going to like high school basketball games, which is there might be a small thing to some people, but that's a big deal.
I think for me that you could convince me that you should put a little bit of weight on it is if you've got somebody, a 5-star quarterback like Dylan Raiola, who considers this like a stepping stone in development to get him to where he wants to be, which is the NFL. He's not showing up and he's not like leaving and going to parties and he's not like taking it seriously. If he really wants to get where he wants to go and somebody that is an elite talent like Dylan Raiola, like you have to imagine he probably does take this pretty seriously and he makes everyone around him take it seriously because if everyone around him doesn't perform, he's not good. He's not doing anything.
Yeah. Well, how many times have we talked about how Matt Rule is a CEO? His job is to make sure everything flows smoothly. Everything's going great on the field. He's got, his executives beneath him, all of his coaches, his assistant coaches, everything like that. But it's going to come down to your middle management, which are your high key players that are going to be the guys that need to make sure that their units, their teams are doing the right things when they need it to be done. And if that's what, if we're going to sit on the CEO, mindset of what Matt Rule needs to be, this player-led stuff, I think makes a whole lot of sense. Enable these guys to help control what they can. And I think you'll see a lot of better, adjustments and better attitudes on the field.
He is a CEO, but he's about as hands-on a CEO as you're ever going to see. I mean, there's only so much control he wants to yield, right?
Sure.
Which is fine. That's his management style, and that's cool. And it seems like the people under him are cool with that. But at the end of the day, the best teams, whether your coach is, hands-on heavy, hands-off light, have to be led from within. It's got to come from within. It's got to be player-led. I mean, you think back to all the great Nebraska teams. Those players took charge. And this one, if it's going to follow suit, has to be the same way.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that question about who's going to be those people on defense, we're going to find out. If we don't find out in training camp, if we don't hear about it, we're going to see it on the field. We're going to be able to tell right away on the field. Because if there is a concern I have this year, it is, will the defense take a step back? Only because now I'm a big Tony White guy. I love Tony White. I thought think about it. The last time Nebraska lost a coordinator that seemed to be ascending, or at least, didn't leave on bad terms, you have to go back to Bo.
Yep.
In 03, 04. And so losing him, and I think part of it was, he wanted something, he wanted a different challenge. And so you bring in a guy who is in his second year in the program, coming over from the pros. I think it was very telling last week when Rule was asked about the coordinators in general. He mentioned Butler, but then immediately said Phil Snow and Rob Dvorak.
Yeah.
I mean, Phil Snow is going to be like the security blanket. I mean, if there is, Matt Rule is obviously at the top of the food chain, but like his number one lieutenant is Snow. He trusts him implicitly.
Yeah.
And it's going to be an interesting dynamic to see how that works on the defensive side. I hope it works out well. It's going to be a little bit different functionally because I think they're going to be better rushing the passer. I am curious about the run defense. They're really good in the back end, but how's it all going to look? How's it all going to piece together? If they don't see a regression and the offense progresses the way I think it will, they'll be fine. They'll get at least 8 wins.
So my question, and something that we've talked about before, is that Matt Rule at times can be loyal to a fault. And you talk
a lot can. I mean, Callahan was the same way.
Yeah, absolutely.
So was Bo.
But so when we
Yeah.
talk about Snow and that implicit trust, do you think at some point that could become a hindrance, or do you think that is just letting Snow have his space and he trusts that things are going to work out even when, because ultimately there are going to be missteps. I mean, that's just football. Is it giving him a space, or is it really just this kind of concern of implicit trust can at times be a bad thing?
Oh, of course it can, but they've been through the battles together and they've proven that they've won together. And so just like with everything else, if it can happen at places A and B, it can happen here as well. So to me, it'll be the dynamic of, how much say will Butler have? How much does Snow input things? But the fact that he mentioned Rob Dvorak too, I think was also pretty telling. I think he likes the group around him, but we'll see. We don't know until, the pads start cracking and the bullets start flying, how these guys are going to respond as a group together. I think the schedule could happen in the very first game. And if it doesn't, it'll take a couple of weeks before it gets there, because obviously Michigan would be the next big challenge after that.
Well, I think defense is the one area where like Matt Rule can be included and have his hands all over it.
Yeah.
So
and he will.
Like offense, like he's getting the door shut for offense. You ain't going in there. Holgerson's going to tell him to get the hell out. Right. Special teams, Eckler doesn't have the conversation. You're not allowed to be in here. And he has every right to say that.
Correct.
Now, defense is the one thing where it's like he has the relationship with Snow.
Mm-hmm.
And from what John Butler has said about Phil Snow, it sounds like he's going to utilize him as a mentor in the role that he's in. So I think it'll be the three of them kind of making a plan for every game. So I think it'll be fine. Now, we'll see if he eventually lets Snow have more of the reins than maybe a traditional coordinator should have. Or I guess assistant coach. He's not even a coordinator. So
Hey, if history has taught us anything, it's that game 9 hits and a talking point is, should Phil Snow be taking over the defense over John Butler? Or you bring Dana Holgerson in the middle of the season. Oh, is he going to take over for Satterfield? Oh boy.
And they do.
There can be too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Now, Rob Dvorak. Quite frankly, you hear a lot of glowing reviews about him.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at that linebacker room, that second level. It's probably my favorite position group out of the whole team. Oh. I see those guys and I'm like, I don't want to sound weird, but I'm salivating. I'm salivating over them. Like they all look really good. And now that also brings me to the defensive line though. I don't think it's a secret that is on paper the position group that we have most questions on, just because of the loss of Ty and Nash. Now, during Matt Rule's roundtable with DB and our new play-by-play guy, he was asked about the defensive line, and he said, hell on wheels.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear that? Hell on wheels. And so, of course, I hear that, and I'm like, oh, boy, I like this. I like to talk. And John Butler becomes the DC. And if I had to venture a guess, the difference between the two, and correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like John Butler is going to be much more aggressive than Tony White was.
Yeah, I would
I think
say
that's
so.
the
That's
right
what it
narrative.
sounds like, because
Yeah.
it sounds like they have the pass rushers to do that.
Yeah, and that's what's making me.
If you could tell me today, here's what they're going to be against the run, I think I could map out how the rest of the defense will be. That's my biggest concern. I don't think they're going to have a problem rushing the passer. I'm concerned about how they're going to stop the run. And, we could find that out real quick.
and you're going to have some people that say that is like you were saying, Mike. It's his baby. That's Matt Rule's baby, his defense. And if we allow a team to go over 100 yards rushing in a game, he's going to be very offended. He's going to be very angry because I think he takes a lot of pride in that. And so, you got to think that there's going to be more emphasis on that, especially in the Big Ten, even though it's becoming not as Big Ten-y as it used to be.
Well, I think they have a test right off the bat, though, against Cincinnati. They've got a mobile quarterback. The running back is the running back from Wisconsin last year.
Yep.
So,
Walker.
Walker. The dude is going to it's a test. And people think that they're going to go into Arrowhead and just win automatically. I think they're out of their freaking mind.
I don't think anyone's thinking that. I don't think
the amount of week 1 and week 0 games that I've traveled to and watched us lose. I am and I'm going to Kansas City. I am so traumatized.
Maybe you should stay.
Yeah,
Have you thought about that?
No, we beat Purdue. I think the curse is over. We went to the Purdue game last year. Speaking of bad snapping, we saw Ed Foley on the sideline at halftime.
Crazy.
I took a picture of Ed Foley screaming at the 2 long snappers, trying to coach them up during halftime. I'm like, I think it's a little late, bud.
Yeah.
Come on now. You can't make them.
Come on!
But
it's like that.
I just don't think Cincinnati's a walk in the park. Everybody's 4-0 going into Michigan. I'm like, dude, I don't understand Cincinnati plays in the Big 12 and all these things, but they've got an experienced
First games are dangerous again, no matter who it's against, because you don't really know what to expect.
Yeah.
Plus, there's going to be it's a home game. It's a home game for Nebraska. And so you'd think, well, then that bodes well for Nebraska. Not necessarily, because sometimes, the pressure is there.
Yep.
That Travis Kelce will be there to fire up, his former school. And, they're going to come out with some energy, and they've got something to prove as well, because technically this is their home game that they gave up, but they're going to have something to prove out there. So, I think Nebraska wins that game, but those first games can be tricky. And it doesn't matter if it's against a Cincinnati, a BYU, and Indiana. It doesn't matter, because you don't know what to expect. Georgia Southern.
Yeah, well, you don't know what to expect, so you start getting comments like, "Well, yeah, he can kick, but he can throw too. He can throw now. He can run."
So maybe the fake punt happens on the first punt.
Hear me out. Maybe he comes out and he plays quarterback the first snap.
I think another part of this where you're correct, John, that everybody reads this as, well, it's technically a Cincinnati home game as a Nebraska home game. But part of the comfort of a home game is not only having your crowd there, but you're familiar with, how the stadium's laid out, what you're doing.
The facilities.
Yeah. And so that is going to be different for Nebraska. So while the crowd certainly is going to be more Nebraska than Cincinnati, there is some of it to take away. But are you guys familiar with Polymarket? It is a betting site.
I've heard of this.
So I was looking into today because the odds change every day on what Polymarket thinks Nebraska's record might be. And today, as of maybe 3 hours ago, they had Nebraska as a 72% favorite to win that game. And my first thought was, you're insane. I think it's closer to a 60, maybe a 65. I think people are short selling the Cincinnati team. Like you said, Travis Kelce is certainly going to be in that locker room.
They lost a lot of games in the season. Cincinnati did. They were not a good team last year, but
here's the deal. Here's the deal.
Game
Travis
one.
Kelce's certainly going to be that Cincinnati team is going to be riled up. They're going to be ready to go. This is the arguably at this point for a lot of these guys' careers, the biggest stage they've ever played on. This is a big deal. So I don't want to look at, what Nebraska did last year, what Cincinnati did last year. I want to look at who are on these teams and who is going to want to you got to want to die for this win. This is for both teams a season setting tone. This is going to set the tone for your season, and it's going to be who wants it more. And I'm not sure who is going to want it. If Mahomes walks in that locker room and talks to Dylan Raiola, maybe. I don't know.
Here's what concerns
600
me.
yards passing, 8 touchdowns.
Here's what's concerning me about everything that you're saying, and I think you're wrong, but let's say you're right.
I hope I'm right.
Now, this is game 1 of year 3, And if we're having doubts about the team coming out motivated, we got a problem. If this team comes out like they did against UCLA last year, we got a problem. This is a game you have to win. You're the better team. You have better coaches,
better players.
Like, let's go.
Well,
like enough of this, like, oh, they're coming out flat. Okay, fine. If you do, find a way. Find a way, because not every team is going to come out with their hair on fire, granted.
Except you two.
No, I'm not saying.
Wow.
Got him.
Wow.
Hey,
wow.
What hair where?
Don't matter.
I'm not saying Nebraska will come out flat, but I mean, we saw Nebraska be on the opposite side of this last season,
right?
Where we nearly take down Ohio State, which frankly, like looking at most of their season, we should never have been in the discussion.
They really came out. Oh, they really came out and they just were like, all right, we're just going to run the ball and we're just going to take this one off.
Yeah.
And then we stopped the run and they're like, oh,
now
we've kind of got a game here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because Nebraska came out and they really, really wanted that game.
Mm-hmm.
So again,
I forgot to go to Jeremiah Smith.
I think again, this is technically a home game for Cincinnati. I would be shocked if Travis Kelce was not in that locker room. Maybe even Jason Kelce. Who knows?
Well, they both played at Cincinnati.
Yeah.
So I'd imagine
it makes sense.
And Buzzin's going to be down there too. So Will Compton's going to be
there. If Travis and Jason Kelce motivate them to win, we have a problem.
Well,
I agree.
That's what I'm saying is Nebraska's going to have to walk into that stadium, not give a shit about what is in that opposite locker room.
Nothing.
Just say, I'm going to beat you.
Yeah.
But this is not a game where you can walk in and just say, "Oh, it's Cincinnati."
Right.
You can't do that.
Well, then that would be a failure of player led.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
player led is, hate to use a cliche, but we take them one at a time. Player led is, we're not worried about week 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're worrying about this
day by day.
Right.
We
Day
get
by
better
day.
every day.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. The prayer that's had more empty words in it in the last 10 years than preach just about anything. So you're exactly right. If it's the Kelce's that motivate, Cincinnati to win, that's
wild.
That's bad tidings for Nebraska.
And you know what? If it's player led, it's, making a bowl was really cool last year. Playing in Yankee Stadium was really cool.
But we never want to do it again.
But it was the fucking Pinstripe Bowl.
We do not want to play in a baseball stadium ever again.
Slipping and sliding every freaking play. No, Pinstripe Bowl's not good enough. You got to beat Cincinnati. If we don't beat Cincinnati, well, my Timmer rating, and maybe we'll ask him what his Timmer rating is.
Is Cincinnati really what you're resting that rating on? Because again,
they lose that game.
If they lose that game. It sets the
We've
tone.
seen how game ones have gone south, and it's completely derailed the season.
We did a live show in Minneapolis for the first game against Minnesota. All of us did. We went to the Husker bar down there at Lions Pub, did a live show before the game, had a great time until the game started.
Then the game started.
Yes.
No, it was.
We've seen it.
We had a great time until like the late third quarter. And I'll tell you, and I won't repeat it on this show, but there was a quote as we walked out of that stadium that sticks with me to this day. I remember it. I wake up in the morning. It's the first thing I hear. And I'll censor it at least. Was have a nice long drive home, you bleep redneck. From a college student at Minnesota, and it stuck with me.
You know what stuck with me, Mike?
They're just northern Nebraskans.
What's stuck
They're
with
the
you?
same thing.
Southern Canadians.
Yeah, exactly.
It's Canada.
You know what stuck with me, Mike?
What?
Going to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Nebraska girls fuck corn.
Oh, yeah. Nebraska
Just
girls
whatever.
fuck.
Okay.
Oh, and then they were like,
it's funny.
"Have better luck next time." And you're like, or not.
Or
not.
Like,
I don't know. Probably not.
at that,
I've seen a lot of road losses.
John,
A lot.
John, what's your Timmer rating? That's our Trust and Matt Rule.
Yeah.
rating.
Where's it at right now? Out of 10. What is your Timmer rating?
South Park is kind of relevant right now, I guess. Timmer rating.
I know I've been talking it up, but I promised I was going to do this last year, and I'm going to stick to it. It's out of 5.
It's out of 5.
Okay.
Okay.
It's out of 5.
Okay.
I
You're
mean,
lower than me.
Well, it's right down the middle.
Yeah.
It's right down the middle because I need to see some. I mean, we can hear all the happy talk we want, but we now need to start to see results.
Yeah.
Right. If you're going to come and preach to me about year 3, fine. Show me something.
Right.
Show me something. So I'm gonna play it right down the middle. I'm gonna say it's at a 5 right now.
Okay. And that kind of, you say right down the middle, you're not on any political spectrum here. You're just slap dab in the middle.
That's right. No ditches.
Yeah.
Not driving in the ditch.
It's really easy to drive in the ditch, man. I'm telling you. I've been stuck in that ditch.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Too many road trips.
Yeah. Mike's had more road trips than me.
Okay.
I've been to 9 Big Ten stadiums. I've watched us win at 2 of them.
Hey,
It's a lot of
It's a
pain.
lot of money.
Yeah, a lot of pain.
Wait, no, you've seen more than that. Like you saw us win.
No, okay, 3 of them. I watched us win Bo's last game at Iowa. I watched us beat Northwestern back in like 2015 or something.
Purdue.
When they win the
And Purdue.
And Purdue.
and Nebraska, you get to count that. That's a Big Ten stadium.
I've watched a lot of L's in that stadium.
Okay,
I go
enough-
to every game.
Yeah.
enough
Not the
L's
point. Yeah.
and talking about Northwestern and stuff. I'm hearing some 10-2s.
That's wild.
Granted, it's the minority.
Mhm.
Okay.
And Robbie.
Naming names. I like it.
Like,
I like it. I respect it.
He does it every week.
He does. He's got a big Ravi thing. But 10-2. Now, do I think they're going to go 10-2? Absolutely not. But you look at the schedule.
why?
So tempting.
Here we go.
Why?
Here's all I'm saying. Here's all I'm saying. No, stop.
Before you say anything stupid.
I literally just said I don't think they're going to go 10-2. I literally just said that.
Right.
Now, let me trim the hedges here.
Yeah, get out of your ditch real quick. Roll in.
Yeah. If there was a season where they could win 10, and it's not, if they don't do it this year, then they're never going to.
Wild.
Sorry. If they can't find a way to do it this year, I don't think they'll ever win 10. I think this is the best chance that they'll have.
Just given the schedule.
Hot take.
But you got to remember
Yeah.
that schedule has 2 sides to it, right? So like we go down this list and we're like,
Yeah.
dub, and they look at it and they see Nebraska on their schedule, and they're like, dub. Every
100%.
time.
Well, look at last year. We
100%.
thought last year was manageable.
Yep.
Then what happened? Indiana happened.
Yeah.
And it was like, whoa, where did this come from?
Yeah.
They haven't played anybody.
So
They play Nebraska.
there's gonna be somebody on this schedule that's gonna surprise us and say, wow, they're better than we thought. And there's probably gonna be someone or two who are gonna be on, they
Or
weren't as good
4
as
or
we
5.
thought.
Wisconsin for me last year was like, whoa,
Wisconsin
we're kicking
on
the
schedule
shit
this
out of
year.
them.
Well, it happened. So
I think
It's-
Wisconsin's gonna be dog shit this year.
It's going to
Wow.
be.
I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling
Brutal
Wisconsin.
schedule.
Do you think? You think it'll be UCLA this year? You think they're the Illinois of last year, or the
The Indiana of last
the
year?
Indiana of last year?
Well, I mean, everyone's saying that Illinois is the Indiana
True.
of last year,
Yeah.
which
They've
I think
got expectations.
I think there's way too much talk on that. I really do.
Thank you.
UCLA is going to be tricky because it is out there, probably going to be at night, I'm assuming. And if Iamaleava plays anything up to his potential, that'll be a fascinating matchup. To me, the game that probably, I don't know if this is fair to say, it concerns me most. I shouldn't, not concerns me most, but looks like a trip up is Minnesota.
Yeah.
Because it's
Okay.
Friday night, short turnaround. Don't play well up there. And, Mr. Row the Boat.
has our number.
Philip John knows what he's doing up there. He just seems to have Nebraska's number. So that would be one where I'd be like, I'm not sure about that. But I'll hear Ravi in 10-2. But to me, that's best case scenario.
Yeah.
Absolute
100%.
best case scenario.
The ceiling is a lot of people saying 11-1 is the ceiling, but
Yeah.
So
No.
if 10-2, let's say is your ceiling.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not going to ask you to give a prediction. It's way too early to do that. What's your reasonable floor?
reasonable floor.
Yeah.
Reasonable.
Why
6?
reason?
6 and 6.
Yeah. This team's too good to have a losing record. Unless, you're beset by, injuries, but you got to factor that for everybody.
Well, and when has Nebraska been beset by injuries?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say 6 is the floor. Now, I'm not saying it's an acceptable floor, but I think that's where it is. I think they've raised their floor enough now where they can get to 500. So yeah, I think that's probably where
If they go 6-6, a lot of people are going to be mad.
and they should be.
They're going to be
100%.
mad.
I would agree.
And they should be, because that's not a 6-6 schedule. And that doesn't, that shouldn't be with the offensive firepower they're supposed to have with that offensive line. I mean, it hasn't been that deep in a long time.
Mhm.
With the receivers that they felt that they brought in, the talent that they have on defense, maybe unproven some of it, but definitely talent. There's no way. There's no way they should go 6-6.
Right. Just saying.
Jared says,
Yeah.
right.
Right.
Well, I'm just saying,
Hold my beer,
Wait a
John.
second here.
Oh,
if they can't do the ceiling this year, I just don't know if they can ever do it.
I mean, if you ask,
I'm sorry, you got the 5-star quarterback now and everything, and come on, like
Sam
let's go.
McEwen's more pumped about the college football playoff next year.
But the five-star quarterbacks will be a third-year 5-star
I
quarterback
hear ya.
next year.
It gets
And it'll be
better.
Matt Rule year 4, and we've never seen a year 4.
Well, Temple did.
Temple did.
No shit, that's right.
Yeah. Baylor didn't.
Baylor didn't. Carolina definitely
And
didn't.
Nebraska might not either. You hit that floor. We might not see a year 4 either.
But
Oh,
hey,
shit.
here's the thing. You know what Baylor and Temple did not have?
Gillen Rail.
A 5-star quarterback.
Yeah.
That's true.
They also weren't playing in the Big Ten.
Well, I mean, that's also fair.
Yeah.
But Baylor at the time, the Big 12 was decent.
Respectable, kind of.
They still had Texas and Oklahoma.
Yeah, they weren't the Big 12 of today.
Right.
You talk about Philip John Fleck, and look, in this room, I probably hate him the least out of all you guys.
I just think he has a punchable face, especially his new face.
I do hate him.
The plastic surgery face that he has.
Well,
It's punchable.
Mike,
He kind of looks like a penis.
but Mike doesn't.
No, he doesn't look like a penis. He's just a dick.
Well, that too. It goes well.
Well, you say he's a dick, but he complimented Nebraska
like a
last
dick.
week.
Yes, he did.
No,
Yeah.
and that's
He
fine.
And you had a lot of people on social media saying, I don't want to hate you anymore.
Right.
Have,
Including us.
Somebody said something nice about us.
have you ever heard the phrase crocodile tears?
Buttering
With all
us
that-
up.
With all that plastic surgery, you can't see him cry.
Jesus.
But no, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Like I respect. Oh God, this is gonna hurt.
Yeah, say it.
I respect PJ Fleck as a coach.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
hate him.
you should.
but I do respect him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he is our daddy, so yeah.
Yeah,
Sadly,
Should.
you're right.
Yeah.
I do respect him. But I think Nebraska right now is one of the Big Ten's darlings. While that may not be reflected in record, we are seeing that in coverage that there is a lot of attention on Nebraska. And I think it behooved PJ to say, you know, Nebraska is one of those teams that we're worried about. And whether he means it or not, I think it was a really good move. I just don't buy it.
It doesn't
I
hurt
don't
to say it.
believe. I don't believe that he actually means it.
PJ Fleck saying that doesn't. It's literally like one of those things where it's like, well, if we beat them, we beat a good team.
Right.
If they lose to him, he's like, I said back in
Yeah.
July.
Well, I mean, this is an old coach's thing. I mean, Lou Holtz used to talk up Northern Illinois. Lou Holtz, I say that's Northern Illinois football team. I mean, they do this all the time.
Yeah.
They do this all the time.
fucking
Yeah.
Daffy Duck.
Yeah. So,
We're gonna need a new microphone here.
sorry.
Hey, we sanitize them once a year, right?
Yeah, exactly. Once a year. It's been like 10 and a half months, so don't get too close.
Mike, did you go to the UCLA game?
Yes, I was there.
Did
I go
you-
to every home game?
did
'cause I
you-
love pain.
Now, I'm only asking that because the nenext question is, did you boo the team as they were heading to the locker room?
I've never booed the team once, even though I had very good reasons to.
Because that's come up twice with Matt Rule. He's like, we go to the locker room versus UCLA and the crowd's booing and whatever.
And I understand.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I understand it.
I
You
would say
should.
I was also at that UCLA game, and
It
I
was
heard
bad.
I heard no booing going into the locker room.
I mean, I'm sure there
I was also in like the 600. I
that was the
way
most
up top, but
important game of the season, and they shit the bed.
yeah,
You come off of the Ohio State, post game. I don't remember the exact words.
Oh,
But
what were
he-
the words.
It was something that was kind of tasty.
Yeah.
It was a tasty morsel.
we
Oh.
thought
Of
we were going
Rule
to get
talk.
Ryan Day fired.
I
Yep.
think it was something.
I got it
like-
on here somewhere. I'm going to look this up because you're right. I remember it because I made this long flowery open over it. I was like, what are you talking about?
I think it was something about like moral victories or whatever. But if we don't capitalize on it,
Yeah.
it was something like that. He's like, then it's all
Well,
for naught.
I think the main thing was like building off of this.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
then it doesn't mean anything or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. Like you saw us, like our eyes opened or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Our eyes open.
John's looking
With
it up.
arms
Although I don't know if you have
Arms
internet, so
open.
unless it's in one of your notes.
Matt Rule needs to drill into this team. Like talking about the Ohio State game last year, he needs to drill into this team this year that you should hate a close loss infinitely more than you love a close win. Like that should be the driving factor.
Well, he did say, every game doesn't have to be close.
Right, we could win by 14.
He said that multiple times.
That is true.
And your UCLA analogy, he was talking about how Nebraska was pumped going to the locker room at halftime, being down 13-6 against Ohio State.
Right.
But then going into the locker room, getting booed by their fans when they're down 14-7, and they got their heads down like the game's over. And it's like, why don't you come in with the same firepower after every game? And that's the part that worries me. Is there's still, and I think a lot of the mental guys are gone.
You think?
Maybe.
I don't know.
The cancers are gone, including Dion's. It's gone.
Right.
So
Oh, geez. Let's not do that.
Well,
I'm just saying, like maybe they can have motivation to go in and win a second half.
now if I'm going to be the pessimist, I would
Please
say
do.
I would say, look, sure, they have some new players and maybe they've gotten rid of some of the how do we want to say, some of the mentally weak players. Sure. But how many times do we say, man, playing at Nebraska is
Something
just
in the water.
Did you find it, John?
I did not. I did not. I wish I could.
That's going to
remember.
bug me.
But it had something to do with he was proud. I just remember him
Yeah,
saying
he's
something
proud.
about how
Yeah.
proud he was.
Yeah.
But you're right. It had, we have to, if we're going to make this a real victory, we have to actually capitalize, but something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Last thing I have, it's a thing that we've talked about so many freaking times. It's the running back room. Okay. Emmett Johnson's number one, clearly. The thing that we are worried about, I'm speaking for everybody, is of course the depth. So when I see footage of Quentin Ives pulling up with his bum hammy after, I think it might have been his first or second run, I'm like, oh boy. And it kind of seems like maybe Mackay. Does it feel like Mackay's RB2? Is that what it feels like? Mackay Nelson?
Here's what I'm most worried about is we got Quentin Ives pumped into our veins all off season.
Yep.
Right. And as soon as everybody realizes, he's got a little nick there, like he's a little hurt. And all of a sudden now we're hearing about Nelson. Oh, wait, we've got Nelson. He's really, really good. He's the most explosive player I've been around. That's where I start to I've always believed I don't want to say like Matt Rule's like a salesman or anything like that, but he talks real well. He can persuade you into things, right? We've heard the wordsmith that he is talking about these, like the Ohio State loss. It gets you feeling good about it again. It's these things where I'm like, we haven't heard anything about Nelson all year, all off season. Didn't hear a word.
It's true.
And then as soon as somebody brings up the running backs and everybody knows that the presumed RB2 is a little bit injured, wait a minute. We got this guy now, though. He's really good. It's like, okay, hold on.
Well, then when Mackay pulls his hammy, it's going to be Connor Booth.
Yes.
Can't wait.
But wait, we have another.
Yeah.
Jamari.
No, he's hurt too.
God.
Bosey?
Oh yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah. They just moved him over.
Yeah, moved him over.
That's right. It's like,
Wanda Robinson.
It's like every man a wildcat, right? Every coach a salesman. I don't trust a guy. Like I know we have our trust in Matt Rule. We have our trust in Mike Eckler.
Yeah.
We have all these trust ratings. When it comes to, preseason, players, unfortunately, I don't trust a single word you have to say until I see it. And especially if we're talking about injuries, it's like, this guy might not totally be there, but we got the next guy. Like every time we move to the next,
there's more.
Every time we move to the next level, I start to trust your word a little bit less.
It just reminds me of the wide back Ramir Johnson.
Yeah.
Like
White.
we've
got a special position for
got to
him.
get him on the field because he's that talented, and then he didn't get on the field.
Yeah, he
Like-
played so wide, he was on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's that quote, by the way.
Yes, I was.
You want to
you could have just read it.
Yeah.
I was proud of that football team today. I was proud, Rule said. The speech included a 7-second pause right at the beginning. But he was proud.
7 seconds.
He was proud, like
That was the first time they played with the championship mindset.
Yes,
that's what it was.
Championship
That was the big.
mindset.
That was the big nugget. Was
Right.
There it is.
the first time this team played with a championship mindset.
Anyway.
In other news, hey,
Well, okay, yeah, go, Mike, go.
I just think this would be a good segue
That's fine.
into ranked. Should there be
preseason?
preseason rankings?
Mm.
Yeah, because we've got like 10-ish minutes left.
Okay, Mike Delaware, do you think we should have preseason rankings?
No. Absolutely.
That was quick.
No, that's why I wanted to bring it up.
Go.
That's stupid.
Why? Why?
Let's take you back in time. Let's go back to 2016
2016.
against Oregon when we played a ranked Oregon team. That was our last top
Mhm.
25 win.
Mhm.
And we beat this really good Oregon team that ended up being really bad. And then let's turn the page to 2 seasons ago. Colorado beats TCU, top 5 team, right? TCU sucked that year. Preseason rankings don't mean anything. It's talk season.
Sure,
well,
but that's the whole point of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
The whole point of them
To
is
talk to them.
is talking about them. And the thing about this is, the Big Ten is trying to make boogeymans out of everybody these days. I mean, it's the playoff, it's the committee, now it's the AP ratings. And it's like, really? Why are you worried about these things? It's just talking points.
Right.
That's all it is. All the AP preseason poll is a big prediction. That's all we do. I saw someone today tweet something to the effect of projecting and predicting is about 70% of sports.
Yes.
Right? Because we're always looking forward to the next game. And so, sure, if you don't want to buy in the preseason rankings, fine, you don't have to. But this notion that they cause teams not to be valued properly at the end of the season, can anybody name me the last team that was not valued properly in the preseason who never got a shot at the end of the season to play for the title? I mean, unless you're a group of 5 team, that happens all the time. But BYU wasn't ranked last year.
Maybe Florida State when their quarterback got hurt.
Right.
They went undefeated,
But that was a situation, and I disagreed with it because I don't believe you should factor in injuries in those situations. But other than that, I've noticed it seems like the AP voter is more volatile than it's ever been.
Yeah.
You mentioned Colorado TCU.
Yeah.
What happened to Colorado? They got into the rankings right away.
Yeah.
100%.
But as soon as they started losing, boom,
They're gone.
drop them right out.
Yeah.
So it'd be different if the AP was picking the playoff, but they're not.
It's just tricky though, because it's a resume builder, right? Or it could be a detriment to your resume later in the season. It's like, how many ranked wins does he have? Or Matt Rule against ranked teams. How many of those ranked losses of Matt Rule's resume happen in the first 5 weeks or 4 weeks or whatever? I think it's kind of odd of how it can shape the way your team looks, publicly.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at the end of the year though, they have the luxury of seeing what actually happened with the ranked teams that beat you.
And that's why there's CFP rankings.
The resume builder, all this other stuff in the moment, sure, it means something, even though it might be some sort of false hope or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the year, you have the luxury of saying, well, they were ranked when they lost to this team, or they were ranked when they beat, Nebraska, whatever, but they're really not that good.
Yeah.
So
Well, and I think, John, we might be on the same page here. A lot of what we're doing right now is built on these preseason rankings. We need shit to talk about.
I agree with that.
What the fuck else would I be talking about right now?
Connor,
if it
you
wasn't,
might say us piggies need our slop too.
we need our slop.
Yeah.
we
just like we
yeah,
just like we provide for
yeah.
our piggies.
The preseason rankings, obviously no one the TCU thing I thought was insane anyway, because they lost.
They lost their whole team to the NFL.
90% of that.
But how do you not rank them if they were the national
Exactly.
championship?
Well, you gauge it based upon what's in front of you, not what they did last year, and that's something that doesn't happen. And you can argue the merits on that another time. But no, I think there should be preseason rankings. I think it's fun. I don't think
it's just a talk. It's just something to talk about.
It's
it
meant to be
doesn't
fun.
actually mean anything. It's just something to talk about. It's no different than what we're doing right now.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Because whether or not, Team X has a certain number by its name, if we talk up Team X and other people talk up Team X, then there's going to be a perception out there that Team X is this. it doesn't matter if it has a number. I mean, we love looking at numbers, but at the end of the day, it's just conjecture until they actually start playing the games. And once they do, everything sorts itself out. That's the beauty of it. Everything sorts itself out at the end of the year.
At the end of the day, every single national title winner, besides 97 Michigan, has been rightful.
Except for that one.
97 Michigan didn't win a national title.
No.
They claim it, but they didn't win one.
Yeah. How long would this streak be if AP rankings didn't count? What have we lost 26 in a row or something?
Yeah, something like that.
How long would this streak actually be if these preseason rankings didn't carry over a few weeks here and there?
Who was it before Oregon that year? I don't know.
I don't know
because I don't think they beat a ranked team in 2015. 2014 was a good team.
The Iowa team that Bo beat was it ranked? I doubt it.
Well, Michigan State.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Brandon Riley.
Yeah.
Push out of bounds.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
2015.
Yeah. Friend of the show.
Dumbass.
Okay. Real quick. John, did you watch Happy Gilmore?
I have not seen it yet. We were going to do it for our movie club. I haven't done it yet.
Okay. Well, then we won't talk about it this week.
Yeah.
Because Jared and Connor need to still watch it. So we're gonna sit on it a little bit.
I'll watch it again just because they haven't. So
do I need to still watch it?
Yes,
you do.
Yeah. You
yeah.
Sure?
Yeah. As someone who likes Hubie Halloween and Uncut Gems, watch Happy Gilmore 2.
Okay. I can't imagine Uncut Gems and Happy Gilmore 2 are in any way similar, except for the fact Adam Sandler's in.
There's few things in life that make me so irritated that hearing Mike Delaware talk about movies.
Yeah.
Your movie takes suck.
Jesus. You haven't even seen The Godfather, for God's sake.
Yes, I have seen The Godfather. But you don't watch comedies. You don't like comedy
You don't
movies.
watch comedies.
And I like watching comedies. You don't think funny things are funny. So therefore, you won't like Happy Gilmore.
Just relax.
You'll give it a 2 on Rotten Tomatoes.
What's the funniest thing that he doesn't think is funny?
God.
Yeah, what's the thing that you die on the hill of that I don't think is funny?
Let's see.
Go on.
What movie?
I think Napoleon Dynamite's funny. I think Borat is funny.
You don't like Step Brothers.
No,
Step Brothers.
You don't like Step Brothers, and you don't like Borat.
Yes, I do.
You don't like
you
Borat.
Don't.
Yes,
no,
I
you
do.
don't.
No, you don't.
Great success.
You don't.
Why
like
would you
Borat.
ever say? I've never ever once stated that I don't like Borat.
You don't like
Wait,
Step
hold
Brothers.
on. Let's take a step back.
Step Brothers is fine.
You don't
It's
like Step Brothers.
fine.
Okay. See, now that's where I
you
draw.
actively shit talk Step Brothers because
I actively
can quote
shit
the
talk
movie.
it because you talk about it all the time.
because it's funny.
Anywho,
Okay, so
You like
what?
3 movies.
I like comedy movies, and
Kyle,
Jesus.
you're in the
criminy.
minority of movies that you think aren't funny that everybody else thinks are funny.
That's just
Kyle,
you're ignorant. Ignorant.
I have a point on Adam Sandler movies. We talked about Uncut Gems there for a second.
Go.
If you guys have not seen, NBNR does have a Discord now,
yes.
and tonight we will be rolling out the first bet slips for Connor's Cover Corner. Apparently, there was a message in there the other day. There will be bets in there tonight. That was the main reason I wanted. You brought up Uncut Gems, or Kyle did? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of related to Cover Corner.
Well, yeah, Uncut Gems is a betting movie. It's about betting.
This is how I
It felt like
win.
an appropriate
This is
time
how
to
I
announce
win.
that we are bringing back the betting segment.
So we're gonna call the
Football
betting
season-
segment Connor's Uncut Gems.
No, don't do that.
Why?
My wife already calls them that, and that's weird. She doesn't do that. Please don't tell her I said that.
She calls him that?
No, I said she doesn't do that.
Oh.
Don't tell her I said that.
Anywho,
Yeah, no. Back on track.
John
Go
Bishop.
subscribe to Discord.
Yes.
I guess. Do you have anything that you're wanting to talk about? Get off your chest before we let you go.
Get off my chest.
You know, nothing Cubs. No Cubs shit. I don't want to hear about the Cubs.
No, do it. Do it.
Any Nebraska related stuff that you're just like
Any
itching?
Nebraska related stuff. I don't care about the new grass practice fields.
Okay.
I mean, I'm glad they have them. I'm glad no one's getting hurt, but please, people, stop taking pictures of it. It's grass and it's making me jealous, okay? I go home and I look at my yard and I see all the weeds and I'm like, no, I'm done. I'm done with this.
I'm seeing all these sweeping camera angles.
Yeah. And okay,
Like-
if this were in the stadium that they were actually playing on, then yes, give me all the pictures. But this is a practice field. We're talking about a practice
Talk about
field.
practice, man.
We're talking about practice.
Talk about practice.
So I don't care about the practice field. I'm glad they have it, but I don't need more pictures.
And
of
guess what? We ended up with a pulled hammy.
Yeah. And
So-
guess what? No matter what the practice field looks like, Demetrius Bell is still hurt.
it. Yes.
Damn it. Poor Demetrius.
I think we can end the show on this.
Yeah.
I read an article today in preparation for you coming on our show.
Yeah.
That you are the oldest J-sker
The oldest?
Yeah, you. I
Is
read
this
a
the
story.
Chattel
It
column?
was the Chattel column.
Yeah.
That he wrote in November of last year.
Last year,
That
before
you-
that game that we'll never mention again.
Yes, good game. Good game.
It was a terrible game.
Let's
Yeah.
talk about that game.
No, it's not. It's not basketball season. We want to talk about basketball. Maybe we'll get you on before we play Creighton, and we can have some fun with that.
Okay.
But like, talk about your journey as the first. We're gonna call you the first J-Sker
Oh
ever.
my God.
The first J-Sker.
This is gonna be a really, really, really long story.
And you're the
I
third
guess.
J-Sker on our show. So
Who are the other two?
Jimmy Allen and
Alex
Connor
Drake.
Happer.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
And Alex Drake, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So four,
And we've
you're the
got
fourth
four
J-Sker.
Four
Yeah.
J-Skers. I don't know. It was always weird because I was always football pilled first, right?
Mhm.
And then, you know, the very first basketball memory I have is a Creighton, Nebraska game that was on TV when I was real little. And I was always fascinated by it because I was like, well, why doesn't Nebraska have a rival in football? You know, an in-state rival in football. So
Yeah.
it always kind of fascinated me. Now, yeah, did I root for Nebraska when I was a little kid? Sure. But I
You
never,
live in Lincoln.
well, I'm from Fremont originally,
Okay.
but we had season tickets to Creighton when Benoit Benjamin was here back in the early 80s. So I always kind of felt like I had I wouldn't say dual fandom, but I never hated Creighton. I always rooted for him. I followed Nebraska a little bit more, but as is per typical in this state, you know, basketball season ends in about January.
Right.
And so you just kind of move on.
Unless you win the crown.
Unless
baby.
you win the crown.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of what happened. And then of course, you know, I ended up doing Creighton baseball, and that's how it.
And the rest is history, right?
That's how it shifted completely over to the blue side. But
Hey.
you know, it's fun. I love it. It's my favorite. It's my favorite rivalry. It's my least favorite rivalry. It is the game. I will trade everything to make sure that is a win for the blue guys. I hate losing to Nebraska.
Is there any?
Which is what we need more of. We need a rivalry like that in football.
I would agree with that. Is there more with it with sitting next to Kent Pavelka? Like, I mean, especially with you being a Nebraska football guy,
Yeah.
and being the voice.
Well,
of
I mean, I grew up listening to Kent, and I worked
Exactly.
with Kent for a while. So Kent's a great guy and a good friend. And I'm not as much thinking about him. I'm more thinking about my self-preservation because I know what my Twitter feed's going to look
and,
like.
and you do a radio show in Omaha.
And I do a
every
radio
day.
show in Omaha, and Jack Mitchell's a big,
Yeah.
Husker basketball fan. I mean, he's the worst trash talker on earth, and so I don't want to hear any crap from him. So I mean, it's made it a lot more spicy.
To be
But-
fair, he talks trash on himself as well.
Oh,
You know.
he tries to. His version of trash talk is to try to deflect from allowing you to insult him. This whole idea.
Yeah, it's like,
you
if I
can't
beat
hurt
myself,
me,
you can't hurt
you
me.
can't hurt me anymore. And to which I say that's bullshit.
It's the
Because when he would show up on our show the next day, and I'm just leering into the camera and I'm just smiling at him, I know how much it gets to him.
Yeah.
Just like his happiness gets to me. So when in basketball.
it's the
So-
Eminem 8 Mile thing.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm white trash. Now what? It's like, oh shit, you said it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Dang it.
I grew up in a trailer. Yeah. Dang. I got nothing to say.
Yeah.
And Nebraska basketball is B Rabbits. So
Yeah.
Nebraska basketball never won a tourney game. What are you gonna say now? You got nothing, John. You got nothing. We know pain. So what?
Yeah.
we went to Memphis. Watch that. That was cool. Not.
We were molded.
Not.
Jeez. Okay. Anything else, guys?
John, where can we find you? Where can people listening find you?
1620 The Zone, 1620thezone.com, zonetv.live, our YouTube channel, my Twitter, at John Bishop 71. I mean, there's so many different places. It's just
Are you
Yeah,
gonna end
just
up
freaking
you gonna end up starting your own little podcast here? Like
no,
your
everyone
mate-
else is
does.
doing it.
Yeah.
Josh Peterson's got like 17 podcasts.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, can you loan me one? You know?
Yeah, let
No,
me
I
co-host.
figure there's so many podcasts out there. I don't want to pollute the market. I don't think it. People get it.
So polluted.
Listen,
Yeah,
People
you'd be
don't-
the one to
people-
do it.
People get 4 hours of my takes every day. They need another hour? Probably not.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised.
So, John,
I don't know.
one place you didn't tell people where they could find you. What is your home address?
My home address,
Jesus.
1060 West Addison, Chicago, Illinois.
It's the yard with Bermuda grass in the front.
It's got Bermuda grass and leaves growing on the wall.
Okay. Hey, nbnrpodcast.com. We are on all social media platforms, the same handle to make it so easy for you guys. NBNR Podcast. That stands for No Block, No Rock.
Please subscribe on YouTube. No Block, No Rock Podcasts.
By the way, did you see the Callahan Rock is still there?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Yes.
I saw that today.
It's still
Pound it.
freaking there.
Yeah.
And it's like weeds growing around it. It looks like Wrigley
It
Field
does,
around it.
it does look like weeds are growing around it. Like we'll see it next year. It's like there's no rock here. There's nothing but branches.
They need to trim it, and then we'll start winning games.
Well, they need to put the little medallion back on there that said "No Block, No Rock" or whatever it was that was on there.
Pound the
No,
rock.
Or pound the rock. Pound the rock.
No,
Pound the
but
rock.
I
Sorry.
like
You know,
your
no
first
block
thought.
your rock might be good. I'm going to
Yeah.
put a sticker on. I'm going to go find it. I'm going to put our
You
sticker
guys
on
got
it.
you guys got branding.
Yeah.
You got more branding than my radio station does. What am I doing
I mean,
here?
you wearing a cool hat.
Well, yeah. Well, that was a gift. That was actually the listener gave that to us. But
Oh, wow.
I know we're signing off, but I cannot end this episode without at least acknowledging of all people, to have a pound the rock. It's Bill Callahan.
Yeah.
Like of all people,
The air raid guy.
you know,
It's a little weird.
great offensive line coach, but I don't think you ever looked at him and he's going to pound the rock. Just ironic, you know,
yeah, a little bit of it might have been for show.
Mostly ended up
a little bit of red
sand.
meat for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
We like the red meat. We ate it up.
That's 2 episodes in a row with Bill Callahan references. Because Brandon last week worked for Huddle, and Bill Callahan started Huddle,
Pretty much.
which is
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
And then now we've got The Rock. I mean, Bill Callahan.
You guys
is-
need to have a streak. You need, but it needs to come up organically. You can't force it.
No, that's how I got banned from Kaufman.
Swimming naked in the fountains was not a good idea.
Yeah, as
Weird.
it turns out.
Yeah,
not great.
it didn't work too well.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So maybe just get a sign, this many shows with Bill Callahan references, and then you can set it back to 0.
You know, we should probably do one with the former head coach, Scott.
Wait.
Hold on.
There it is.
predecessor.
Yeah, we could do that one, and that would probably take up our whole wall. But yeah, the Bill Callahan
it's-
one, that's different. That's 2
Yeah.
times in a row.
It's getting more and more difficult. I mean, we're talking almost 20 years ago. We're
Yeah,
getting
I
to
know.
20 years.
I know.
Damn.
Don't remind me.
By the way, are they going to do a 20th anniversary for the Alamo Bowl team?
Hey,
I mean, we're doing
during the
anniversary-
Michigan game this year.
Yes.
That would be fun.
That game
Yes.
was awesome.
For us. Yeah.
We need to find out if the Bengals have a bye week and bring Zach Taylor back.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. I think that'd be fun.
Get some Corey Ross action in there. and
Hell yes.
Nate Swift come back.
Get everybody on the field at the same time. Why not?
That kid got a free Xbox out of that deal. It was great.
Hell yeah.
Bring back the guy who had enough, who was paying attention to at least tackle the Michigan guy at the end.
Yes. Who was that? Who
I don't know. I forget.
I don't
tackled
remember.
I forget.
With
All I
the
remember is
people
Mike
in chaos.
Tirico saying there should be a penalty flag on this play. Too many men on the field. He's like, shut up, shut up.
That was wild.
That was crazy.
And a win.
And
Hey.
that was another year where we took a bowl game and said, oh, man, it's going to be better next year. Technically, it was. I mean, they did go to the conference championship.
Pain.
We can't be talking about Bill Callahan now because that's
No.
going to be another
No, it'd be
Couple
an
hours.
hour.
Be here another couple hours. Yeah.
and how it wasn't as bad as people said it was.
Yeah.
I'm one of your hosts, Jared Hall.
Mike Delaware.
Connor Cavalack.
Kyle Byers.
John Bishop?
Yes.
As always. Hold on, what'd you say?
What?
You got it
I don't think
right.
There was a question mark at the end.
It was a
Oh,
question
okay.
mark?
Question mark?
I'm Ron Burgundy?
Well, this next thing
Was
I'm
that
gonna,
a funny movie?
It was. Oh,
No, he
yeah.
didn't like it. I'm sure he
You
didn't.
didn't like it?
I
Guarantee it. Guarantee it.
I
Watch.
liked it.
What? No,
I liked
he's
it.
lying. He's fucking lying.
No, you.
If I'm rating it out of 10, I'm giving it like a
He's gonna give it a
7.4.
You're gonna give it a 4. You're gonna
Oh,
give it a
wow.
You're an
what?
asshole.
7.4 out of 10 is awesome.
You're an asshole.
Hey, this next thing I'm going to say is not a question mark. Beat Cincinnati! And GP.